So in the last portion, we just discuss about the what? We discuss about the mole concept, and right now we are just continuing the same topic. So you know we have the STP. STP meaning is standard temperature and the pressure. Okay. So at this, whenever they say na standard temperature and the pressure, so its simple meaning is what? So whatever the type of gas you have. Okay, so that 1 mole of gas, 1 mole of any kind of gas at STP, so it will acquire 22.4 liter gas. Okay, this is the rule. This is the rule. So what I just said. So if you have any kind of gas, okay, so at the STP, how much it will like volume, how much volume it will occupy?
22.4 liters.
22.4 liters.
Liter.
So by using that, you can simply find out the number of mole as well. Suppose if I'm saying if I have a gas, okay, and at the STP, at the STP, okay, it is occupying suppose if I am saying approximately 90 liters, suppose. So
Mm-hmm.
at the STP, if a gas is occupying 90 liters, so can you tell me how much mole it has?
9 liters.
What?
90 liters.
90 liters? Na 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 na. Na. See, Vishnu. 1 mole of any gas at STP occupy 22.4 liter.
You
It
have
is
to
20.
divide that by
Yeah.
4.
So 90 liter will contain how much mole?
Around 4-ish, 4 point something.
Approximately like 4.5 something. 4.5 approximate. Because 22 it is, so it means for the 88 will be for 4 mole if it is 88.
It's not 4.5. It's not 4.5.
Okay, okay. So approximately I'm just saying, okay. So but remember, it is actually 22.4. So if it is
Yes.
actually 22.4, so can we say that it is approximately 4 only?
Yeah, yeah, it is. It
Okay,
is. You're right.
so yeah, so it means we have the 4 mole of gas. Why? Because you know it, any gas if you have at STP, it is 22.4 liter. It is a rule. So obviously, if you have any gas, so at the 90 for the if gas is occupying 90 liter, so obviously you have to divide by 22.4, then you will get the approximately 4 mole. Fine. Is that clear to
Yeah,
you?
clear.
Okay. Okay. So now, I'm just giving the because mole concept is very important for every kind of question. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to remember that. Okay. So now, Vishnu, do you know about the solution? What is the meaning of the solution?
A combination of the solute and the solvent.
Yeah, solute and the solvent is called the completely form the solution. So you should know I have the one thing like we have to find out the strength. So how can we find out the strength in a solution? Okay, so we can find out the strength like how much solute in your solvent is. Suppose if you have a solvent, you have just put a 1 drop of sugar, and I have just put a 4 drop of 4 spoon of sugar. Okay, so obviously I have more strength, na? Because I have put more amount of solute. So strength meaning is amount of solute. Actually, I'm just finding out mass upon volume first. So strength can be, I'm hearing my own voice. Okay. So the amount, Vishnu, can you please turn off the your audio? And whenever you want to ask, you can ask to me, okay? So the amount of solute in gram you have to take present in per 100 ml per 100 ml. Okay, V means like volume. So per 100 ml of solvent you have to take, or better to take what? Solution, because total is solution. So how much amount of solute, okay, like the solute mass you have to take divided by 100 ml of solution. So it is called the mass by volume percentage. Okay, mass by volume percentage. So what is the mass by volume percentage? So can we write that? Amount of solute, like sugar, amount of sugar, and that water plus sugar. So total volume of solution, total volume of, so it is just the standard we have to take. Okay, for the definition we have to standard, we have to take the 100. Okay, and into my 100, then you will get the mass by volume percentage. Okay, Vishnu, fine. So this is the mass by volume of the solution. Suppose if I am saying I have taken the 10 gram of sugar, and I have the total volume is 100, total volume of solution. So you will say na, 10 upon 100 into my 100, 100 cancel out, so it will become the 10% solution. Are you getting, Vishnu, what I'm saying?
Amount of solute over the total volume of solution.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yes. 10 gram is solute and 100 ml is solution. So you have to find out the mass by volume percentage for the solution. So how can we find out?
10%.
Yeah, 10%. Why? Because amount of solute is 10, total volume of solution is 100, total volume of solution, and into my 100. Okay, so 100 cancel out. Can we say that it will become the 10%?
Yeah.
This is how we can find out the mass by volume percentage. Okay, so it is the one of the parameter which they can ask you in the exam. Second topic is strength. Like how can we find out the strength? So strength is amount of solute present in per liter, it means 1000 ml of solution, just by the definition. So the amount of solute, remember solute is always the numerator. Okay, in gram we always take present in per liter,
Wait,
present.
sir, are you going by the curriculum I sent you, or are you going with a neat curriculum?
No, 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 no. I will follow your curriculum, but before starting your curriculum, I have to complete the basic ones, like the basic
Oh,
chemistry. And mole concept is the basic chemistry for everything. Because if you know the basic thing, then that will be like it's a basic like foundation one. Okay,
okay,
so if foundation will be clear to you, then you can easily do any kind of topic. Okay, that's
okay.
why. Okay. So the amount of solute present in per liter means 1000 ml. Okay, so the 1000 ml of solution. So now just tell me, so what is the formula for that? I just told you the amount of solute. Amount of solute means in the numerator in gram,
Yeah,
and the per
of solution.
liter per liter of solution, it is just the representation of the definition, but you have to write the total volume of solution, total volume of
Time
solution into,
100.
yeah. So yes, but remember, if I am saying percentage, then you have to write into 100. But if I am saying only the strength, then you don't have to take the 100. Okay, so this you have to take in liter, but if you take in the ml, then you have to divide by 1000. You always have to take into the liter. Okay, but if
Right.
you take in ml, so whenever you take into the ml, then you have to divide it na by the
Yeah.
1000. So the amount of solute divided by the total volume of solution. So total volume of solution, liter can be divided. So if you are taking into the ml, so then it will be divided by the 1000. Fine. And this
Yeah.
1000 will come here in numerator. So this is how. So always take into the like liter you have to take.
Mhm.
Now the very important term which is called the molarity. Molarity. So molarity means the total number of moles of solute present in 1000 ml of solution. Okay, 1000 ml of solution. So now I can say The number of moles of solute. Remember, it is not the mass of solute. It is the number of moles of solute. So number of moles of solute, how can we find out the moles, Vishnu?
Number of moles in a solute. Molarity.
Yeah, 1
1 liter.
liter. But moles can be find out by given mass upon molar mass, na?
Yeah.
Okay, so molarity is represented by this m. Okay, so you have to write the number of moles of solute divided by 1 liter of 1 liter of solution. 1 liter of solution means like volume. You have to take in liter. Okay, but this formula can be modified. Okay, how can we find out the moles? Given mass upon molar mass of solute, right, Vishnu? Given mass upon molar mass.
Yes.
And volume, if it is in liter, so if in the question they are giving into the ml, then we have to divide by what? If it is liter,
1,000.
yeah, 1000. So it means that will be modified into the something like this, because जो यहाँ होता है वो ऊपर आ जाता है, that is coming in above direction,
Yeah.
ms, and it will become
Divided by
vml.
M5.
Yeah, so this is the formula for finding out the molarity. It will give you the concentration. Okay, so whenever they ask you like find the concentration of this solution, then you it means they are going to ask you about the what? Molarity. Fine. So Vishnu, what do you mean by the
Yes.
molarity? Total number of moles of solute present in particular volume of the solution. Got it?
Yep.
And the second thing, it is known as the molality. Remember, molarity and molality is very, very important in the chemistry. Very, very important. Second is the molality. Molality. Molality means the number of moles of solute. Vishnu, can you please turn off the audio? Number of
Yeah.
moles of solute. Same thing, number of moles of solute. But it is present in kg of solvent, not the solution. In the solution, solute solvent are there, but you have to take the solvent only in in 1 kg. 1 kg is just the standard for the definition. 1 kg of solvent. If in the question they are giving you any random mass, then you have to take that. Okay, so molality, number of moles of solute present in 1 kg of solvent. So molality is represented by small m. It means number of moles of solute divide by, it is the 1 kg of solvent. So for the solvent you have to write here mass of solvent. So this is the mass of solvent, like this in kg, right? It is the definition of molality. But we already know that norm like number of moles can be easily find out given mass upon molar mass, ws upon ms, given mass upon molar mass, divided by what? Divided by the, it is the solvent mass. But suppose if it is given to you in the gram, then you have to divide by 1000 na. So solvent divide by the 1000 if it is given in the gram. So now Vishnu, what will be the formula now? ws into my 1000 divided by ye, this ms is for solute and
Hmm.
this m is basically for the solvent. Am I right? In the gram.
Let me let me study this again. Okay. So molality is the number of moles of solute in 1 kg of solvent. Okay.
1 kg of solvent, yes. And the molarity is 1 liter of volume. Liter
One
volume.
1 liter. Okay.
Yeah. So in the molality, in the molality, we have to take the mass of solvent in denominator. The number of moles of solute remain the same. Numerator में तो
Oh,
same
one
है.
one's
Numerator is
mass.
same, yeah, number of moles of solute, but the difference is denominator. In the molarity we have to take the volume, and in the molality we have to take the mass, this one. Okay,
But why is this important? When are we going to use molality and molarity?
Actually, these are the parameters for finding out the any kind of concentration and like how can you differentiate the solutions. Suppose if molarity is same but molality is not the same, there are factors like if I say what is your length, what is your weight, what is your size of the like your waist, okay? So all these are the parameter na, which can define you.
Yeah.
So same thing for the solution, these are the parameter. Okay, like
Okay.
you can find out the molality, you can find out the molarity, and yeah, there are so many factors. Okay, so you
So,
have to
but
remember.
a mole is how many atoms are in 6.022 K10 to the power of 23,
Yeah,
right?
that is the number of moles. Yes, 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 exactly. So suppose Vishnu, I have a 1 liter of glass of water, 1 liter glass of water this side. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
to like 1 liter glass. If I have put only 1 mole of solute like sugar, and I have put 5 moles of sugar in that, so obviously it has high molarity na. Why? Because I have put a more amount of moles of solute. So
Yeah.
more is the amount of solute, more is the molarity, and of course the molality as well, because number of moles of solute is in the numerator, upper numerator. If it is higher, so that will also be higher. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Now Vishnu, you have to remember one term: number of gram equivalent. Number of gram equivalent. So number of gram equivalent meaning is your mass, like the any kind of given mass, divided by equivalent mass. Equivalent mass. Now you will say what is the meaning of that? Like given mass upon my equivalent mass. See, I am telling you. If suppose if you like equivalent mass means like the molar mass. Equivalent mass means molar mass divided by the n factor.
Mhm.
Equivalent mass is equal to the molar mass divided by the n factor. And what does it mean actually? See, if I say HCl, Vishnu, so if it is HCl, so obviously H mass is 1 and chlorine mass is 35.5. So total it become 36.5. But remember
Mhm.
when they are going to be broken, जब ये टूटेगा, when it is broken, so how many hydrogen it will give? Only one. How
Yeah.
many? So that's why its n factor is 1. Suppose if I say NaOH, so NaOH, so when it is broken down, Na plus and OH minus, so how many OH ion it will give? Only one. So its n
Only
factor
one.
is also 1. Suppose if I have H2SO4, so H2SO4 mass divided by what? What is the n factor of that? 2.
Mm,
Because when it is
two.
going to be broken down, so it will give the 2H plus ion, na? 2H plus, and
So
it will give you the SO4 2 minus. So 2H
number.
plus, yeah. So the
Why is it?
number,
Why is it only hydrogen? Why can't it be like? Why is it only hydrogen?
because whenever they are giving you the acid. Acid means like a number of hydrogen. If they are giving you base, so it will be the number of hydroxides, because base is concerned with the OH ions. Acid is
Yeah.
concerned with the H plus ion. Okay. So that's
Mm-hmm.
why. So n factor you can easily find out just by looking at that particular substance. HCl give you 1H. Okay, if I say MgCl2, MgCl2. So when it is broken down na, so it will give you the 2Cl na. Automatically you can find out the n factor. See, when it is broken down, so you will get Mg2 plus, that charge 2 plus, and it will give you the 2Cl minus. So what do you think? What is the n factor of that? MgCl2?
MgCl2.
Yeah, MgCl2 is giving you how much n factor? It is Mg2
Zero.
plus. and it is 2Cl minus. So that 2Cl minus, it is the N factor. N factor is something like H plus, OH minus ion, or you can say charge. The charge. See. I said H2SO4 is giving you 2H plus, right? But don't you think it is a 2 plus because multiply by 2? 2 plus, it is 2
Yep.
minus. So charge as well, na? 2 minus 2 plus. So that charge is
I'm
considered
not,
as a N
I'm
factor.
I'm not really familiar with N factors or ions yet, so I'm not exactly sure what you're saying.
Okay. I can completely understand because you are studying these things first time. But right now, just have a basic idea, okay? The
I
number
know.
of H plus ion, the number of OH minus ion, or the charge. It will be considered as a N factor. Okay?
Yeah.
Just say it what I
Mhm.
just said.
N factor are considered as charge or charge. Yeah.
It can be H plus and it can be OH minus, right?
Yeah.
So this is how you can find out equivalent mass, molar mass upon N factor. Okay. So why I told you about this equivalent mass? Because actually, this equivalent mass is being used here in the number of gram equivalent. Given mass
Mhm.
upon my equivalent mass. So this number of gram equivalent is used in the another factor, and that another factor is known as a normality. I know it is a little bit typical for you because you are studying this thing first time, but it is very important for your NEET examination which you will give, your medical examinations. So the number of gram equivalent of solute, number of gram equivalent of solute present in 1 liter of 1 liter means, can we say 1000 ml? 1 liter means 1000 ml of solution. So it is called the normality. It is called normality. Okay. So normality means what, Vishnu? So normality means number of gram equivalent as per the definition, number of gram equivalent of solute divided by the, because it is the volume na in the normality, so it is the total volume of solution. Total volume of solution. So yes, if I am taking this into the ml, then we have to multiply divide by the 1000. It is automatically coming here as 1000
Mhm.
because you are taking into the ml. So Vishnu, I am writing the number of gram equivalent of solute. So what does it mean? I just told you recently. I just told you number of gram equivalent. How can you find out number of gram equivalent of solute? I told you na, mass upon my equivalent mass. Here,
Mhm.
number of gram equivalent. Mass upon my equivalent mass, and equivalent mass is molar mass upon my n factor. Okay. Very simple. I know you may think like, oh my God, it is so difficult. Yeah, because when anybody is studying this thing first time, so obviously we got the same type of reaction. So mass upon my equivalent mass. And how can we find out equivalent mass, Vishnu? How can we find out equivalent mass?
Number of grams or
No.
wait, what?
Equivalent mass is equal to molar mass upon n factor. अभी तो बताया था, I told you just now.
I don't really understand what an N factor is. That's like the normal.
Okay. See. Normality is a difficult topic. See, Vishnu, the number of gram equivalent of solute present
Mhm.
in 1 liter of solution. It means total volume of solution you have to take in denominator. 1 liter is just for the standard one. So to जितना भी
Okay.
आपको दिया जाएगा, whatever the amount of volume I'm giving, you have to write in the denominator. And in the numerator you have to write gram equivalent of solute. Gram equivalent of solute. Gram
Mhm.
equivalent of solute meaning is mass upon my equivalent mass. Given
Yep.
mass upon my equivalent mass. And equivalent mass you can find out molar mass upon n factor. Just three things are interrelated with each other. Normality
Yeah.
means number of gram equivalent of solute divided by total volume of solution into 1000. Number
Hmm.
of gram equivalent can be find out mass upon equivalent mass, and equivalent mass
Yeah.
can be find out molar mass upon n factor. Fine.
Right. Yeah.
So these three things you should know, they are actually related to one another. So what do you mean by the gram equivalent, Vishnu?
The gram equivalent. You have to divide that by 1,000.
What are you
Mass
doing?
over equivalent. Mass over equivalent.
Yeah, mass divided by equivalent mass. And what
Yeah.
is the equivalent mass? Molar mass
Molar mass
upon
over.
n factor. Got it, got it, got it.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I know. You what you are thinking, oh my god, it is so difficult topic. But suppose. If I am saying there is a question, okay, and in the question, suppose I am taking SCl, okay. So I am just putting SCl into the water. Okay, in how much water? Suppose if I have a 3 liter of water. Yeah, you suppose I have a 3000 ml of water. Okay, so I am just putting the how much. So I am just putting the question I am giving you, I am just putting SCl into the 300 ml of water. Fine.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mass is also I am just given to you 71 gram. Okay, it is given to you 71 gram. So
Hmm.
now, and they are saying find the normality. Firstly, they are saying find the normality. अब normality का formula we already know. This is the normality formula, right? Number of gram equivalent divide by total volume into में 1000, right? Into 1000. So Vishnu, number of gram equivalent can be find out mass upon equivalent mass, and equivalent
Yeah.
mass is molar mass upon n factor. So firstly find out equivalent mass, because you are going. So firstly equivalent mass will be how much? It is the molar mass. What is the molar mass of HCl?
Wait. I can do this. 1 plus 34. No,
35.5. Yeah, so total it will become 36.
35.5.
Okay, and what is the n factor for HCl? How many H they are giving?
1.
1. So it means its equivalent mass is 36.5.
Yes.
Okay, so we have done the equivalent mass. Now let's find out number of gram equivalent after that. So number of gram equivalent is what? Mass upon equivalent mass. You have already
Hmm.
find out equivalent mass. So what is the mass given to you in the question?
Um, 71 grams.
Yes, it is the given mass. So 71 gram divide by your equivalent mass. You have already find out, right?
36 point. Yeah.
Oh, 36.5. Oh my God. Oh my God. It is not getting cancelled out, right?
Yeah.
Suppose so I was thinking 35.5. That's why I give 71. Suppose if I'm giving you 73, right? Right?
just on. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fair
So
enough.
73. So now
Two.
it
Two.
can get cancelled out. So
Yeah.
number of gram equivalent you will get how much?
Two.
Two number of gram equivalent, right? Now you
Yeah.
have number of gram equivalent of solute, yes or no?
Yes.
So now you can apply in the normality formula. Very simple. And volume is also given to you in the question. So how much number of gram equivalent you just find out?
Two.
So 2 will you will write in the above. Okay, what is the volume given to you?
71 grams.
No, volume. It is the
Oh,
mass.
three liters of water.
Yeah, 3 liters. Okay, so write 3 liters directly, or
So two.
write 3000 into ml and divide by 1000. Same
We
meaning,
don't
na?
have to do it. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
You can directly take liter. It is the same thing. So what is the
Two.
normality? 1.5. Oh,
No. Point
sorry.
six.
Yeah. Okay. Or I can directly say 2 by 3 only. Okay.
Yeah.
I can say that 2 by 3 as well. So this is your normality. Got it?
Yeah.
Normality calculation is not so easy. You have to do three things. But molarity and molality is very easy. Okay.
Yeah.
Have you studied?
Molarity.
Yeah, X one second. Have you studied the probability in the mathematics?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, so the number of outcome we take usually in numerator and the total
And the
outcome we
total
take
number of
denominator.
outcomes and
So
denominator. Yeah.
same type of thing we have in the mole fraction. So what do you mean by the mole fraction? Suppose if I have the solute and if you have the solvent. So usually these two things are there for any kind of solution,
Yeah.
solute and the solvent. So suppose the number of moles of solute is n1 and the number of solvent is n2. भाई दोनों के number of moles हो सकते हैं. Number of moles of solute is n1, number of moles of solvent is n2. So there is a topic which is called mole fraction. Mole
Yeah.
fraction means like the desirable one you will write above and the total you will write downward. Suppose if I say the mole fraction of solute you have to find out. Mole fraction of solute. So you will say number of moles of solute divide by total number of moles of both of them. Okay. If I
Mhm.
say you have to write the mole fraction of solvent. So mole fraction of solvent is number of moles of solvent, which is N2, divide by total number of moles of both of them. Are you getting? So
Yeah.
mole fraction of any component is defined as the like the fraction obtained by dividing the total number of moles of component divided by total number of moles. So whatever you suppose like your name is Vishnu, my name is Sagar. Okay. So the number of if someone is saying find the mole fraction of Vishnu, so I will say number of moles of Vishnu divide by number of moles of Vishnu plus number of moles of Sagar sir. Got it? So it is your
Yeah.
number, it is your mole fraction. But if I say what is my mole fraction? So my mole fraction would be number of moles of Sagar divided by Vishnu plus Sagar. Are you getting what I'm saying?
Kind of. Yeah.
So desirable one जिसका आपको चाहिए for what you want, you will write in numerator and the total you will write denominator.
Hmm.
Suppose you are going to market and you just bought so many things, okay? Like banana, apple, your juice, everything. So if I'm saying what is the mole fraction of banana only, so you will say number of moles of banana divided by number of moles of everything which you just bought. Orange, banana, grapes. Are you getting what I'm saying now?
Yeah.
So desirable one, what I'm asking, it is numerator and total should be written numerator. Sorry, denominator. Got it?
Yeah.
So Vishnu, can you just tell me if the mole fraction, this is the mole fraction of solute, this is the mole fraction of solvent. So if you add both of them, if
Hmm.
you add both of them, so what is the value you will get? Very easy. If
One.
you, yes, it is one. Okay, because it is the probability, na? Suppose if in a
Yeah.
die, one probability is 1 by 6. So other will be 5 by 6. So if you add
Right.
both of them, you will get the maximum probability 1.
Yeah.
So it is 1. Are you getting?
Yeah.
So mole fraction of any component in the solution can be defined as the number of moles of one component divided by total number of moles of everything.
Okay.
Okay, Vishnu, just tell me one thing. The last thing, last. It is known as a ppm. ppm means parts per million.
Million.
Parts per million. And we can say that, oh my God, sorry.
Plus you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Milligram per liter. Okay, suppose if you are drinking Bisleri or any kind of good water, okay, pure water. So obviously in the water there are some nutrients like some minerals are there, mineral water. Some minerals are
Yes.
there, very small. So in 1 liter, we usually put like if I'm putting sugar. So sugar can be in gram na, like 1 gram, 2 gram, 3 gram. In 1 liter
Hmm.
of water I can add a gram because the amount is higher, but minerals are very small. So in the
Hmm.
water minerals should be in gram or minerals should be in milligram.
Milligram.
Milligram. And and water is in liter, so milligram will become gram and then gram become the later liter. So it is 10 ki power 6 na.
Yeah.
Just relate. Milligram to gram, it is 10 ki power 3 difference, milligram to gram. And gram to kg, kg is equivalent to liter. Again, there is a 10 ki power 3. So 10 ki power 3, 10 ki power 3. So it means it is 10 ki power 6 times lesser, na?
Yeah.
So that's why it is a parts per million. So for the minerals, we have to take a very like part per million. Millions, in the millions, you are talking about only a single part. So it is known as a ppm, milligram per liter. So the amount of solute, the all those quantities which are present in very less amount, like milligram in per million, it means 10 raised to power 6 part, 10 ki
Yeah.
power 6 parts of the solution, parts of solution. So ppm you can find out, remember, amount of solute. Vishnu, this is the formula, amount of solute divided by total amount of solution, total amount of solution into 10 raised to power 6. This
Yeah.
is how you can find out the ppm. So
Mhm.
ppm can be find out amount of solute divided by the total amount of solution into 10 raised to power 6. Okay,
Okay.
so this is how you can simply find out the ppm. This is the like technique to find out. Got
Mhm.
it?
Yeah.
Okay. So now Vishnu, I'm just taking one question and then yeah. So this formula you need to remember. Now one question, suppose if I'm saying 49 gram of sulfuric acid you have, sulfuric acid, okay, is present in 250 ml of 250 ml of the solution, then calculate the molarity. Molarity, just see the formula of molarity. Did you write down or not?
Molarity or molality?
Molarity.
Oh yeah, I know. It's number. It's solute over solute over volume.
Yeah. So number of moles of solute present in 1 liter of volume, right? And
Yes.
if one is just the what? This is the formula. If you have yeah, it is the molality. I'm just showing you the molarity. This one. Can you just see that?
Molarity. Yeah.
Okay. So this is the formula of solute and the solvent. So now just tell me. So do you know? Okay, given mass is already given to you. Number of mole you have to find out, na? So number of moles
Yeah.
of solute, firstly you need to know. So what is the given
Given
mass?
49.
What is the molar mass of sulfuric
Uh,
acid? S2SO4.
uh, 2 plus 6, 32 plus 64.
98.
Yes.
So it is 98. Yeah, mostly time it is double nine. Intentionally we are giving you the that value so that it can cancel out. So it
So
is
one half.
yeah. So when 49 and 98. So what is the number of moles of solute? Can we say it is a one half or can we say 0.5?
Yeah.
What is the volume given to you in the question?
Um.
Usually, according
25.
according to definition, we have to take 1 liter. But according to question, we always have to take na, because situation may
20,
get changed. So how much we have
25.
to take? How much
25.
volume?
25 milliliters.
Yeah. So can we say 250 ml? 250 ml we can divide by 1000 to 0.25 liter.
Oh.
It will become
Oh
molarity
yeah. Yeah.
formula. Number of moles of solute. How much number of moles of solute? 0.5.
Point
Okay. Divided by, it is the
250
ml
times
na. Yeah. So can we
times.
divide it by 1000 directly so that you
Oh
will
yeah.
directly get the answer? Okay. So it will
Point two
become 0.25. So when you divide it, how much you will get? What the
point
answer you
seven
will get? It is
seven.
0.25 and it is zero point 0.5. So can we, don't you think cancel out will become 2? Right?
Yes.
0.25 it is 50. So divide, you we will get directly 2 molarity. Got
You're
it?
right.
That's right.
So that is the molarity. It means it has the concentration. It has the molarity of 2 molar. Very simple it is. Got it now?
Yep.
And mole fraction be you can easily find out very easily. So mole
Yep.
fraction means component upon my total one. Suppose
Yes.
okay, if I am saying just the one thing, this question was came in the medical examination. Find the mole fraction of the solute. Okay. So solute mole fraction आपको निकालना है. If the solvent mole fraction is 0.8, solvent mole fraction is given to you, you have to find out for the solute. You
Okay.
already know the one formula. I told you na total mole fraction should be equal to 1.
Yeah.
X1 plus x2 is you said only.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if a solvent mole fraction is given to you already 0.8, so what is the x1? 0.2. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. And what is the formula of mole fraction, by the way? Like
Formula
suppose,
of mole
yeah, if I say the solvent 0.8, so what is the formula of this? X2 is equal to what?
Oh, x1, 1/x1 plus x2 or x1
X or n?
n.
N, number of moles. Na? It is the mole fraction x.
Yes.
So you should write number of moles of solvent divide by number of moles of
No,
solute plus number of moles of solvent.
this is,
Okay.
yeah, the total. Yeah.
Got it now?
Yes.
Okay. So this is the thing which you need to remember. Fine.
We covered a lot today.
What?
We covered a lot today.
Okay, okay. ठीक है. So fine. We are just finishing it up here. Okay. So these are the so many things which you need. Okay, to learn all these formulas. ठीक है. Got it now?
Yeah.
So these formulas are a little bit typical, especially the normality one. Okay. So please revise this. This portion is quite important. Rest of the thing we will discuss in our next class. Bye bye. Take care. See you.
Can you also put the link for the YouTube and the WhatsApp chat, the recordings?
Oh, okay. The chemistry one, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Surely.